while I was traveling with work, I was trying to meet as many bald ginger people around the world as I could. And then last year I was in India. I was in Mumbai for a couple of days doing some shows, and I was like, if I can find a doppleginger here, I've completed it. Like, I'll try it. So I'm in Mumbai. I don't know if you've ever been to Mumbai. It's a great city, but mental, like mental. So I'm walking around trying to find other bald ginger people. I was like, I'll take a ginger. That's all I need. And I'm walking around. I can't see anyone. And I just thought I'll just walk around like tourist bits trying to find some people. Couldn't do it. And then everything's really cheap in India apart from data on your phone. So, because I was still in my UK contract. So I sat outside a McDonald's getting their free Wi-Fi. So I'm sitting on the wall. I'm on my phone. I'm messaging my wife. And I look down the wall. There's this Indian guy maybe like 20 feet away from me. I'm texting away. The next time I look up, he's like 10 yards away from me. And I'm looking down. And the next time I turn around, he's like here. Like so close to me. And this is how he started the conversation. He went, "Hello, I have seen one of you before." And I was like, strong start, mate. Way to make me feel like a zoo animal. And I knew what he meant, but I wanted to double check. I was like, "One of what?" And he was like, "Orange hair person." And I was like, "Cool." And I was like, "Nice to meet you." And then my curiosity got the better of me. I was like, "When?" And he said, "Maybe 2 weeks ago." And I said, "Where?" And he said, "In Mumbai." And then I became the weirdo because I was like, "Can you help me find him?" And he didn't me back down. His first question was, "To kill?" And I was like, "No." Like, I don't know why we've gone from here to here so quickly. Like, I don't have any. Why is that your first thought? Like, you're going to put one in your head, like in the room. And I went, "No." And he genuinely went, "Why then?" Like, as if that's the only reason to meet a bald ginger person. And I was like, "Oh, I'm doing a show where I meet ginger people." And he was like, "What does ginger mean?" I was like, "Oh, sorry, it's a Scottish word for handsome." So like, he was like, "Okay, it's my friend's friend. I'll try get him." And I was like, "I'll leave here like 36 hours. So here's my number. Text me if you can find this guy." And I was like, "What's your name?" He said, "Sunil." And I was like, "Nice to meet you." So I go away. I do a show that night. And I don't really think about it until that night when I get back to my bed. And I'm like, why is he not I turned into a pure lovesick 16-year-old. I was like, why is he not text me? He said he would text me, like... And then the next morning, I wake up to a text, 2 words, and it just says, "Found him." And no other information. I was like, "Come on, Sunil, don't be a cock tease. Like, what are you doing, man?" So I text him back, and he says, "Meet me here 1 p.m. And he sends me a link on Google Maps, and I Google Map it, and it's like an industrial estate, like an hour and a quarter outside the city. And I was like, that's not what I want. So I FaceTime my wife, and Haley's like, "So let me get this straight. You met a man sitting outside McDonald's. He approached you, said he's never seen one of you, and now you're going to go meet him in an industrial estate." I was like, "Yeah," and he offered to help me kill someone. Yeah, that's it. And she's like, "You're going to lose a kidney." And I was like, "Sound, I've got 2. Like, let's try it." And I Google Map it, so it's an hour and 15 away. So I get an Uber, £4.20. What a country. And I get it, and we get to this industrial estate. It's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Friday, and Sunil's there. He's waiting on me. And I think he's surprised I've turned up. I'm not going to lie. And we go out, and he goes, "Follow me." And he takes us through these kind of like narrow, kind of cobbled streets, like back streets. We're cutting about. And I'm really nervous. And then we get to a busier area, like a mosque has just finished Friday prayers, so more people are about, so I feel less relieved that I'm going to die. And then we get to a kind of more residential area, and I can see a cafe, some shops. And Sunil goes, "He's in here." And I look up, and it's an Irish bar. And I was like, why the fuck did I not think of that, man? That is Ginger 101. Like, most gingers are conceived in Irish bars. I don't know if you know that. And I was like, man, yeah, of course. So we go in, and like, it's 1 o'clock on a Friday. It's got these big saloon doors. And I go in, and me and Sunil, and we look around. There's like maybe 6 Indian people in this place. And I was like, "Where is he?" And Sunil was like, "Oh, he's the area manager. He's coming." So we sit down, and Sunil goes and speaks to his friend, and he comes and sits with me. So we've got a table facing the door, and this big, maybe 10 minutes in, these big saloon doors swing open, and a guy walks in, and Sunil's like, "Oh, so similar, so similar, so similar." And I start laughing, right? And it's disrespect, but I start laughing, and I can't stop. And I cannot stop. And Sunil's like, he keeps on saying, "So similar, like twins." And after about 2 minutes, like with just me laughing, I go, I don't think we look that similar, Sunil, because that's quite clearly a Korean man with dyed ginger hair. But I was like, fair enough if you see it, man, because you're a better person than I am.